Hello everyone, Attack Power here with another game between Jaapaasa and SteppeKnight here in Steel Division 2. Let's dive right in here to Haroshaje. And on the left, in the red, we have Jaapaasa playing 2nd Infantry Indian Head on Maverick Income. And on the right, in the blue, we have SteppeKnight playing 17th SS Panzergrenadier Ghost von B, also on Maverick Income. If you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe for more Steel Division 2 and Warno content, and consider checking out that YouTube membership for early access, comment replies, and cool emojis. All right, now, Haroshaje, definitely generally favoring allied divisions due to their faster medium tanks that trade better in the town in the center. So if we're just going like straight which one feels better, I would say 2nd Infantry. And 2nd Infantry is still one of the strongest divisions in the game by a fair bit, especially due to 50 cals being so strong right now, half tracks, etc., etc. But diving into Jaapaasa's deck here, a loaded up Recon tab here. Both cards of Ranger Marauders, hard to leave those at home. Recon as well, and an M8. Very interesting. Not sure what the Recon on top of the 2 Ranger Marauder units, but okay. Infantry tab, pretty well packed, only 70 in total. But we do see A phase here loaded up with the Rangers LMG and the Rangers, like regular Rangers. We have an Engineer Leader there, and Engineers, and a Rifles early. Then the B phase, Rangers again, and these Rangers are so strong. I feel like they got nerfed somewhat at some point recently. Maybe they went up 25 points. I can't remember exactly what it was. Rifles late there in B, and Engineers also in B, and then a C phase card of Rifles late. All of these nicely vetted up there. The tank tab, just M4A1 Stuart and the M4A1 Rhino. Very solid tank here. The support tab, really solid. We have the Ranger T30 half-track, really actually solid half-track unit. We have the 50 cal, of course, and then the 105 2K HE support, along with some flamethrowers. AT tab there, we see the M10s, the almighty American M10s there, along with the M5 gun, very strong as well, and one M1 gun. AA tab, pretty limited here, but they're 40 mil buffers. You really aren't going to have an issue, especially against 17th. The Arty tab, quite strong here. We have the Long Toms, although a B-face card of those. Mortars, Leader, and then a 203 off-map, just Y. The Air tab here, we see a P-47 spam, basically 2 cards of AT P-47s and a Bomber P-47. Very interesting. My first reaction would not be needing that much, but interesting. Hopping over to the other side, 17th SS Division, that used to be the top of the meta. These days, barely, I would say, lingering around A tier. Definitely not S tier. Its infantry just don't stack them. So it's still a very good division. It has very few weaknesses, and it has a lot of strengths. So I'm certainly not saying it's bad. It's never bad to be on this division, per se. Recon tab, really strong. You get lots of SPWs, 231s, 233s, and, oh, he's bringing the Aufkla in motorbikes and not SPW 222s. Kind of surprising. I'm pretty sure it has 222s. The infantry tab here, 2 cards of SS Legionati in A phase. Surprised to see them concentrate into A phase, but I guess he finds Sturm Pioneers to be stronger. And these days, I might actually agree with that argument. Volksdeutsche Panzergrens there, all in A. Leader in B. 2 cards of leaders in the infantry tab. Very interesting. And Panzergren Volksdeutsche. Tank tab, only 2 cards of Stug 4. I strongly disagree with this. These are so strong against all the armor in Jaapaasa's deck, but this is his deck, not mine. Support tab, really nice support tab. IG-33, MG-42. We see a commander there. AT tab, really strong here as well. Martyr 3Ms, Martyr 3. I don't understand the Martyr 3s. They can be killed by Sherman, so why? Yeah, they're very cost efficient, but like the Martyr, like both cards seems overboard to me. Jagdpanzer 4, fantastic. Like I would 100% take more Stug 4s over the Martyrs. AA tab, fine, gets the job done, nothing impressive. The Arty tab, literally just 3 cards of Nebula Riffers. So literally just 3 Nebula Riffers straight up. And then Ju-87 BF-109 in the Air tab. So diving in here. Sorry, it took us a hot second there. Massive push here. Whoa, very interesting. Okay, I like this. This is interesting. Flamethrower going for the unload up north. But Jaapaasa much more present in the town. SteppeKnight sacrificing a lot to go so deep up north. It needs to pay off. Recon playing there for SteppeKnight going down. Only 15 points, not the end of the world. And early Bofors there, very interesting. Especially against, like, 17th SS Air Force is, like, not, like, great or anything. So it just seems kind of odd to bring that in so immediately. The M8, I don't know. At close range, I'm not sure who wins this, because the SPW actually does land a lot of shots and might win. But the Marauder will probably just end that fight immediately. So, SteppeKnight barely holding onto the flags in the town. Recon pushing here can unload directly on the Aufkla. And if he doesn't do anything about it, the upgrade probably will kill him before they unload. Stug 4 already in. Might end up killing this recon before it ever unloads anyway. Nope, doesn't load in time. But it's still spotted by the SPW 233, I suppose. So a nice lucky catch there by Steppe. Ender getting spotted momentarily, does fall back out of range. Will this Stug get its last shot off that it needs to kill this recon? It looks like it. Up north here, SPW 231 just out of range of that M8 and the Marauder here. Whoo, very dangerous. Of course, the 50 cal alone, enough to stop all of these infantry. He goes 50 cal OP. I'm standing behind that. Flammenwerfer versus Engineer. Looks like the first Flammenwerfer already went down. Yep, the grenade did get off here. Now the Engineer on the run. We see Martyr 3 and SPW moving around the hill here. Okay. I mean, if he can catch some support stuff out here, that'd be huge. The M4A1, not really that helpful. Well, okay, if this was a Stug 4, then this would be a brick wall for him. But Martyr 3, kind of not that great. Sherman can certainly kill it. This is my big issue with that. Like, I don't understand that choice at all. Like, Stug 4s, Jagdpanzer 4s are absolute monsters against 2nd Infantry. Like, they have to bring in AT or planes. And that's just, like, so much investment just to kill singular units. I don't understand why you would bring a unit that has way less armor and actually just dies straight up to their crappy tanks. Jaapaasa now on a 1311, captures stuff in the north. Steppe was a little too aggressive here with whatever was up here. I don't even remember what it was. I think just like a recon car of some sort. Martyr 3, will it suffer from hill pressure? It looks like it will. Yep, that's not crap at all. So the blob of flame units versus the Engineer. Jaapaasa once again doing a ground attack there to take out the flamethrowers, but still not enough to keep him from getting surrendered. Panzerschreck goes down to the Rangers LMG there. No chance at all. Recon gets killed. So we see both players really trying hard to establish recon in places. I mean, recon's always important, but they're really working at it. Oh, they are just in range. SPW 233 lands a big early hit. Probably still going to go down. The M1 only needs to land once. Hasn't landed once yet, though. Suppression is building. I'm assuming the third shot usually lands. Ooh. Wow, the 233 wins that. I'm shocked, honestly. Engineers go down. Do they get a grenade off? The answer is no, but the Legionati now out of Molotov, so they're honestly actually now a little useless. The 4 Berettas are good, but they will lose to any like actual dedicated CQC easily now. Back to a 12-12, Steppe picking him a little advantage, but I'm not sure if that was worth the amount of units he's lost here now. He really wants to accidentally run into this Ranger Marauder like desperately. His infantry need to fall back. I mean, the benefit that he has now is that Jaapaasa has committed a lot of forces up north, which definitely distracts from other places he could be pushing. M10 finds the 233. 233 is so close to taking out that. Ooh, P47 getting an easy Martyr 3 kill there. Will the M10 get the kill? It does, and the Bofors gets away. Oh, that was an awful exchange for Steppe. The Rangers are so good. Do not underestimate this unit. Thompsons are better than a lot of other submachine guns at actual like close range. Ooh, Legionati wasting one of their Molotovs. Definitely not what you want to see for Steppe. And yes, I'm rooting against the American division. I always root against American divisions. I know that sounds messed up since I'm American, but I again just find their cheesy OP-ness to be kind of old. And yes, I am on the strike team, and yes, I am pushing for Western Allied nerfs. Suck it up, everybody. The divisions are too strong. It's annoying. All right, we finally see a little push down south. Again, it's all about how they stack this up, because the Legionary is now getting 2 for 1 here, and that's really bad. Now the second Legionati in. Really important here. Pioneer Fear as well, which is actually helpful because it takes one of the flame attacks and kind of disperses the damage. There's literally only one Rangers LMG down here, so like he could definitely... Steppe could get aggressive down here if he decides. Rangers LMG in the woods, yeah, not ideal. Engineers have grenades. The Legionati have no more Molotovs, so they're in a bad place. Again, I have a hard time. I mean, SS Legionati are not that incredible right now, so like I understand not prioritizing them. It just feels weird having them both in A. I mean, both players have taken some pretty major trades here and there. Feels like Jaapasa's slightly outtraded so far. Pendergast gets a nice hit on the Rangers. That's a big deal because those units are really strong here in the woods. So catching them out in the yellow forest is super helpful. The double Legionati almost cleared out the engineer. Couldn't do it, though. Back to 12. Steppe keeps grabbing this little flag here. This is very easy for blue to capture. Yeah, I mean, SteppeKnight has no actual pushing power down here, and obviously you don't know. I mean, based on how many units you see up north, you can postulate there's not that much down here, but again, it's hard for players to do that in the moment. Like, I know I wouldn't. The only reason I can even, like, consider that line of play is because I'm sitting here watching it. And in this calm position, I can sit here and logic out, like, oh, I see lots of units up north, even if I didn't see both sides. Like, oh, I see tons of Rangers and stuff here. Okay, they must be weak somewhere. Another Panzerschreck goes down. There are 4 of those. He's already lost 2. 233. What did it get shot by? The M10? Yeah, I have a feeling the M10 just spat an APCR shell at this 233 and landed the hit. Doesn't look like it did, though. P-47. Okay. Kind of totally misses the mark, actually. And I would say Steppe a little too aggressive with that fallback. I 100% understand why he did that, but actually ended up being a bit too aggressive. Now, the 233 with the heat shell can one-shot this M8. It would like to kill this Ranger Marauder. That thing's a pain. Oh, he actually ran for it. He was out of range and had the chance. Another Panzerschreck down. Now down to 1 of those. Steppe might have used those a little too aggressively. He now basically does not have access to that tool. Now, just having them around can make players play differently, because now he knows there's Panzerschrecks around. He may not be as aggressive with his armor. But now that he's killed like 3 of them, he might suspect there's probably only 1 card, and he can probably be a little bit more aggressive about it. More SS Legionati coming in. He's really trying hard to get on this hill. I mean, this flag I understand, but much further back is hard to hold. I'm surprised he hasn't started to shift the attack. The Nebelwerfer probably could move up a little bit further, honestly. 81 mortar now going after this armor that's pretty tightly clustered. Steppe does notice he's on the run. They are, of course, in radio range, making the radio mortar really strong. 233 trying to turn and get on target on this Ranger LMG that's just wrecking these SS Legionari right now. Does get the kill. These Rangers just, even though the loadout is nothing impressive, they do so much damage. There's so much efficiency on them. They have the commando trait. So they're very potent. Rifles early in the woods. Very interesting. Implying he's already out of CQC here. Otherwise, I don't know why he would ever said that, of all things. Nebelwerfer taking a pot shot at the 81 mil. Doesn't get the kill. Does land a couple hits, though. Second one of those might do it. P-47 coming in for the Stug 4. No AA to be found. And a free kill on that. Yeah, especially because Steppe brought so few of them. I would be very careful with those Stug 4s. They're such a strong commodity for him. He could pop out and take out. Can you not see that? There's off-cloud right here spotting it. Seems weird. SS Legionati getting caught out in the open again. I really think Steppe needs to move on from this. This push has failed. He's getting some tunnel vision now. I mean, yeah, you can funnel a couple reinforcements here, I guess, like to try to make sure you keep this flag, but other than that, it's time to move on. B phase now. P-47's floating around. Here comes the bomber variant, going for the SBW-233 that was holding down the fort. M10. Gonna get that kill. There's a Flak 36 here. Those are far less exciting than a Flak 43. Half track goes down to the Marder 3Hs. Remember, these have been upgraded to the Pack 40 gun. Ooh, Pioneer Fuhrer goes down. Easily spotted by, I would assume... Oh no, this flamethrower. We see some reinforcements moving down south. Jaapasa's getting the message here that perhaps it's time to move to a new front. R3s do pick up the kill on the M8. Legionati and Flammenwerfer managed to hold off the first flamethrower. we go. Beretta finally doing the damage it needs to, but the Legionati, again, just not the unit it used to be. It doesn't... Does it have shock? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have shock, so it actually just loses hard to other, like, shock infantry. Not sure where the bombs hit. Looks like here. It doesn't appear to have done that much damage. Mortar continuing to pick off random units. I don't understand the singular Nebelwerfer 150 mil. You've all heard me many times about that unit. Love Nebels 150s. They're great. In pairs. Egregiously poor singularly. They don't have enough rockets to, like, truly suppress. They don't kill things in one salvo. There's the Panzergren about to get surrendered, but it does need to get spotted first. The 231 was here. Nope, it does get surrendered. Now the Flammenwerfer under pressure. The Panzergren, though, finally gets involved, catches the Rangers out in the open. Should be able to do a lot of damage there. Are these in the building? How are the Rangers even... My god, that commando trait is so strong. Now the Martyr 3 H's are here to support and take out this Ranger LMG. Jaapaasa actually looking a little thin here in the center. He's put so much up in the north, and he still doesn't even have that flag back. And there's a pretty big gap in points. Remember, this is a mirror income, so no advantage at any point for either player. We are in B phase where both players get all their delicious points. There we go. Got it out. Martyr 3 versus M10. The second Martyr really needs to get into range. M10 lands the first hit. Both land a hit. Here comes the P-47, though. Martyr down. P-47 fails to drop. It was targeting the back. Martyr 3. M10 lands again. Martyr 3 misses again. What are the stats on this? 45%. 45%, and the Martyr 3 has missed 3 times in a row. Yeah, that was bull crap. Like, that was total bull. Nebel 300 takes a pot shot at the mortar. I do appreciate him trying to kill this, but total fail, and yeah, not helping him out. M5 now, it does have some HE, so it can support here. I still can't believe this M10 survived. That was kind of ridiculous, actually. And once again, I just don't think the Martyr 3 is worth it here. It is a very good unit and very cost efficient. I'm not saying it's a bad unit, but I would be taking Stug 4s that perform very similarly. Yes, they're more expensive, but you get, against this division, so much armor. It matters. These Legionary are going to get wrecked. Yeah, the Flak 36 is just not strong enough to stop this P-47 on its own. And Jaapaasa currently holding this flag in the town, which will put him at an advantage. We do see a little push happening now down south. 231 needs to push up in to help out. Right now, it's just letting all these units move. This flag barely held by SteppeKnight. All right, we finally see some more units coming. SteppeKnight has spent a lot on his backline units now. So now we have to see if he can leverage those into something worthwhile. Nebelwerfer 300 going after the M5 gun. Gets a hit. Almost takes out the 50 cal while he's at it. Now, it's too far back. It's like, this is just too far away. Killed nothing. Like, the Nebels are too far. You have to get them a little closer. Like, yes, there's a range minimum. There's a limitation to this. But, like, honestly, the Nebel 150 should be, like, right up in here, kind of bouncing around this forest. You could honestly put it out here. No one's seeing it. And the 300 should probably be, like, up here if it's trying to hit the stuff in the north. Nice dodge there from Jaapaasa. Jaapaasa on his game. He's doing a lot of micro stuff. SteppeKnight should absolutely see this move, so he just doesn't know what's happening. Stewart, a good response to these SPWs. SPW on the run. Black is moving. Fortunately for Steppe, the Martyr 3 can't see this Stewart right now. Reinforcements coming in up north. A BF-109 G6 U4 is around. It's an okay fighter. It's not amazing. It's not the worst, though. It's certainly not the worst fighter you can have. 3 rifles early and late mix here. Will overwhelm these Legionnaires. There's not enough units here to stop this. Another Nebel strike gearing up. The 105 spotting an MG42 to pick on. Does pick up a half track for free with his Stug 4. Could probably try to go engage this M10. It's already been hit. The difference with these mortars when they're in range of radio and not is absurd. Nebelwerfer doesn't manage to take out the 1 health M5 gun. That would have been really bad if it didn't. 300 mil going for the church in the town. Why? Because the recon is giving lots of information. Better it be dead than save for later. Does kill the recon, does not bring down the church, so that's a bit of an issue. He's going to have to deal with it again at some point. We see our first off-map of the game here. The 203 from Jaapaasa now in. Gross, barf. Why must you do this, Jaapaasa? Not going to do a ton. It will probably take out the Pack 38, probably the Martyr 3. Stug 4 shouldn't die. Mortar all over everything. It's a shame for SteppeKnight he wasn't able to kill that. JU-88 now in. Bofers should be able to stop it. Yeah, it's way too deep. I mean, he sees it. Kind of spoiled the fact he saw it. BF-109 trying as well. And now he definitely gave up the fact he knew that. How did he see that? Oh, this off-cut over here. I do appreciate him trying. Mad respect. Probably should have just tried to task a Nebelwerfer effort or something. Black 43 dead. Stug 4 moved, so he actually moved a whole bunch of units. His fallback's actually putting him in the line of the off-map. Awkward. Super awkward. P-47 loses line of sight, doesn't drop. Rhino is there, takes out the Martyr 3. P-47 is stopped by this Flak 36 here, I guess? Stug 4 coming to STKFZ. We have 1 minute left of B phase, and then we're into the C stuff. Already counter battery with a long tom going after the Nebelwerfers. Yeah, I mean, see, like Stug 4, so much better. Like, Martyr 3 loses this. Rhino has to run away against the Stug 4. Anyway, surprising that Jaapaasa's trying to counter battery the Nebels. I guess he's just hoping SteppeKnight forgets. Because that's really the only realistic way you kill with that. Like, truth be told, a Nebelwerfer should never die to counter battery. Oh, and he picks up the off-map! Woo! Go SteppeKnight! Kill all off-maps! Ban them! Kill them! Burn them! Yay! Oh, he still got it off! What?! Oh, I think there were 3 strikes on that, though, so probably cut off 1. Still worth it. All off-maps must die. The Rhino is dead. Must have went down to the Martyr 3 at some point. Nope, just kidding. The Stug 4. Again, major deck building error, in my opinion. Sorry, Steps. You're probably better than me, but I disagree with that. Does get the Stug 4. STKFZ is right there. If you can't kill it now, you ain't killing it. Oh, STKFZ, you have failed. You have failed me for the last time. As this position here gets stronger, 12-12 still, but Jaapaasa picked up a whole bunch of points before SteppeKnight was able to push himself back into this flag. Stug 4 needs to get looking down this road as the Sherman creeps its way in. SBW is doomed. Down it goes. A lot of infantry pushing in. More Rangers. Still had some of those left over in B phase. We are in C phase now. Both players now choked on the income. Oh, Stuggy Woogie, what are you doing? And here's the Marauders. They come up short, actually. Sherman dodging everything. This thing's a freaking ninja Sherman. Yeah, apparently. Stug 4, you have failed. Goodbye. Now the Marauder picks up the kill. Yeah, SteppeKnight losing another key unit here. Okay, I'm not sure what this Nebelwerfer strike was meant to accomplish. It actually scared off the Sherman. I mean, that just was probably a quinky dink, but see another M5 gun on the hill overlooking everything. That seems more like the target for the Nebels. SPW 231 finally involved in the action here. Picks up the Ranger. Pioneer Fear going down. That's a big loss there. That leadership would have been really helpful. Now, these infantry are coming up against the brick wall of the SPW here. There's nothing to kill it to, like, stop this right now, so it can just bully everything. Jaapaasa in a 1410. SteppeKnight letting his leader get involved. Not sure why. Ranger Marauder dying, standing out in the middle of nowhere. Not sure what Jaapaasa was doing there. Stewart coming up to save the day. See a whole bunch... IG-33... Oh, it just took a weird reinforcement route. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Whole bunch of infantry coming on in. P-47 finding a Stug 4. Easy kill. They actually... We have double STKs in. Like... Are we serious right now? There it is. Again, American stuff just seems so OP. They have some of the best planes in the game. They got a lot of the strongest infantry. They got all the half-tracks on everything. They have some of the best AT in the game with their APCR. The only thing they lack is armor. Their armor kind of sucks. Oh! Immediate kill on the STK of Zed. Oh my god, he's only got 2 of those. Why did Steppe only bring in 4 pieces of AA? Oh my god, I'm gonna barf. Veterancy is cool, but everything's dead. It means nothing. Oh, and more Air Force. Jaapaasa's really built an Air Force, and there's no more AA. Like, there is no more. I don't think Jaapasa's even realized how screwed Steppe actually is. Oh, he's going to pick up a free Ju-88 now. Oh! Oh! Blech. Yeah, like Steppe has this flak and this STK of Z. That's it. That's all he has left AA-wise. And he didn't move this STK of Z. Oh my god. Jaapaasa's still on a 1410 here. Yeah, I honestly feel like Steppe's being done in by his own deck building choices here. Not enough Stug 4s. Martyr's just not a good choice. I just disagree with the choice, honestly. I could be wrong. Feel free in the comments to tell me I'm an idiot. But Martyrs are great. I'm not saying they're not amazingly cost efficient and very good that way. But when you're playing against a division that struggles against every single one of your medium tanks, I don't like the Stug 4 is the reason to take this deck against an American division is because their stuff just does not easily kill the Stug 4s. So like to not take them seems ridiculous to me. To only take 4 pieces of AA for the entire match, especially against a division that can very easily pump out like 6 P-47s on you, seems really odd to me. I mean, yeah, veterancy is great and all, but 4 STK of Zeds is much more useful than 2. Put a leader. He's got 9 infantry leaders for some reason. I don't think you need 2 cards of leaders. And if you're gonna have 2 cards of leaders, don't vet your AA and put one of the leaders next to the AA instead. That would be my that's my feelings on it. And it feels like all those choices are coming to bite him so hard. Back to a 12-12, but a tenuous one at best. I mean, Panzer guns have no chance against rifles at close range. Like, none at all. The semi-automatic rifles are so much stronger, and the BAR is an automatic rifle, so it fires. And that's, again, that's what I mean by, like, American stuff is kind of OP right now. And again, this fight here is great for this Stug 4. Horrible for a Martyr 3. And I know everyone's going to argue with me and say, well, cost efficiency on the Martyr 3, that's great. But if it dies to everything, then it's not that cost efficient. Like, if it doesn't get the kills, then it's not actually cost efficient at all. I'd prefer to play 30 extra points for a unit that, like, is very difficult to kill and can 100% kill all the things it's going up against. So, Nebel Strike, semi-successful. Yeah, like, look at this. It's so good. Nebel Strike, semi-successful. It doesn't do a ton. I feel like the Martyr 3s are kind of... the Nebels are not doing what they need to do. This Marauder going to sneak in here. These Stug 4s are too far forward. They have to be really far back. There we go. There we go. There we go. And SteppeKnight is not following up. Like, he did this big Nebel Strike, and it did a nice job pinning everything else. There's nothing coming. He doesn't have many points, so it's not like he's got, like, points to toss around. But if you're going to do that, you might as well follow it up with something. Another Nebel Strike. All right, is he going? Sturm Pioneers did a nice job of clearing out the woods. I feel like there should be at least some engineers left in Jaapaasa's deck. We haven't seen that many engineers. Like, yeah, we definitely saw a bunch in A-phase, but there was only 5 to have there. Stug 4 continues to bully the Sturmans out of the town, which is actually a big deal. The Sturmans are so strong in this town. I would say this is probably the strongest map for Sturmans in the whole game. By a pretty fair margin. Like, literally, my personal, like, horror is having to play against Shermans on this deck, on this map. Volksdeutsche are a really good unit at 25 points. They are a Panzergren MG34 for 5 points less. But you can't get around the fact they are disheartened, so they do get overwhelmed in combat pretty easily. Great unit, you take them every day, but this IG-33 here, really odd. Because this one did get there, so this is just another IG-33 he was calling in for some reason. And I have no concept as to why. I have no idea what the thought process here was. Maybe it wasn't meant to go there. Like, maybe he was trying to get it over here. Stewart coming in to get that SPW. SPW is not able to finish off that half track, which we're doing pretty huge. Volksdeutsche going down easy to the triple machine gun of the Stewart. 14-10 again for Jaapaasa. IG-33 spotting the howitzer? It does. Okay. Nice kill there, which it should get. Long Tom has done very little, although now it's accidentally unloading these Volksdeutsche and stuff, which isn't bad. Wow. IG-33, you have failed. Goodbye. A lot of fails here for SteppeKnight, too. And he's had not a ton of luck in terms of, you know, all that good RNG. Stewart somehow spots the SPW before it started firing. Do they have that good of optics? Okay, no, very low. That seems odd. I feel like he shouldn't have been able to spot that. Ooh, shows side armor. SPW should be able to win this. Like, I mean, should be able to kill this off by now. There it is. Now can go try to finish off this half track. SteppeKnight definitely very much on the back foot here. He's really struggling to keep up. P-47 coming in for the SPW. SPW did move pretty far away. It should be fine. Yep. All right, takes out the Ranger Marauder. BF-109's trying. I give it credit for attempting. Finally gets the kill on that. BF-109 trying to bait, I think. Nope. Jaapasa's not taking it. SteppeKnight might bring it back to a 12-12 here. He's cleared out a lot of units down south. Stug 4 coming in? Okay, it's a tight area for him, but they still dominate any other armor. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these random Nebel strikes on just like areas he thinks units are in. I think it's more important that he picks specific units and tries to kill them. The Americans rely on certain units a lot to really carry the load, like the M5 guns for actual AT. M10s, same exact thing. You know, your howitzers. Taking those out feels way more helpful than just randomly blob patching units. Oh. M10 does get the kill on the Stug 4. He's probably almost out of Stug 4s. There's maybe 2 left at most. And back to a 12-12, though. The points, the tickets aren't horribly apart. The Ranger just out of range of the IG-33. That sucks. That's stinko. Another Rhino in the town. My goodness. Poor Volkdeutsche. They have no chance at all. Something just blew up. Oh, it was the IG-33. German Pioneers rolling in, although they might get killed by the rifles early, honestly. Stug 4 finds the Rhino. Easy kill for the Stug 4. Takes time, but it obviously the Rhino can't do much against it. Eventually the Stug will get the penetrations, especially when side armor shows. But if it misses, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a better use of the Neville. Even though, unfortunately, it's the 150, so it doesn't do that much. Stug 4 really needs to get involved here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, and now SteppeKnight is absolutely boned. I no longer think SteppeKnight can win. Simply due to the fact he has no more AA. So he's absolutely effed. Like, giga effed. F's in the chat for him, folks. Four pieces of AA is not enough for a Maverick mirror game. Unless it's against a division that has, like, legitimately no air force whatsoever. And it's not that 2nd Infantry has, like, a massive super air force, but it's definitely not so small that you only need 4 pieces of AA. Stug 4s are basically holding the line right now. Yeah, now Jaapaasa can use his Air Force to counter the Stug 4s, which are basically the hold-up now. Even like M1 guns at max range really do struggle against killing the Stug 4s. They will, but they're gonna have to work at it. It's 12-12, but the pressure is definitely ratcheting up here on Steppe. See, like, does this matter? Like, is this really the biggest thing going on here that the Neville needs to... Like, this is just a random attack again. At least they're finally close enough that the Neville Warfer's, like, really doing something. He took out the Ranger, I mean, as he should have. And these Shermpires are all right here. Like, they're ready to go. Easy kills all around. Another leader walking out in the open getting wrecked. Oh, and the final flak getting hit by Artie and Steppe not noticing. Bunch of Martyr 3s coming in. Stug 4 finding a Rhino? Question mark? Yep, there it is. Still managing to bounce, even at sub 1,000 meter range. And again, I really don't think it should be bouncing this much. There it is. M10 though, definitely a lot more dangerous. Ooh, and there's the Marauder for the 231. Oh. It's odd to see SteppeKnight being so passive here. He's usually just like a go for it kind of guy. Not in a bad way, but just like he usually goes for it. Back to a 12-12. SteppeKnight does have this flag in the center momentarily. Now he's lost it. Martyr blob. Now he pushes the Stern Pioneers up. I'd say better late than never, but that's really not true in this game. Absolutely wrecking these. It's easy to forget how much better CQC units are in the woods against non-CQC units. Because usually you're seeing CQC on CQC, right? So it doesn't like, they don't feel strong because then they're losing to other CQC units like, wow, these are But in reality, like when you're up against something that's not CQC based, they slap them so hard. All right, Neville going after the M5. I like that. Jaapaasa doing a really nice job here keeping units alive and keeping them like annoyingly in positions. And the M5 does go down. Now it's just 2 M10s, a Sherman. Well, there's actually a fair bit of armor. 3 Martyr 3s? That's a lot. If this was 3 Stug 4s, I'd feel way better. And again, I get the concept. He's, you know, he's Maverick, thinking the game's going to go long, wants to pick something with reasonable pointage to play into C phase. Does get the armor crack in the M4. All right, so cleared out the Stewart and the M4A1. So nice kills there for SteppeKnight. Definitely hurts Jaapaasa's town presence. M10 should get the first shot off here, though. Ooh, its turret was turned the wrong way. And the rockets take out the M10. Lucky timing there, because that was originally targeting literally nothing. This mortar has been doing work for Jaapaasa for sure. More ammo coming in, trying to keep these Nebels working. Oh, and Steppe didn't move this one. Jaapaasa gonna finally get on target on this thing with his 155. That was like one of the first times he didn't move it. M10 struggling to get on target, finally does. Too late though, and the M10 actually goes down. No more armor other than this half track right now. Another M10 coming in though. Another FI down. Oh, so one Bofors did actually die. See, but like, it makes sense for Jaapaasa to only bring a couple pieces of AA. Like, because again, 17th, you just don't get a very big Air Force. The Air Force you have is not like overwhelmingly phenomenal. So like, I would say, okay, 4 pieces of AA might be enough for him. Like, it's not like you're going to get overwhelmed by their Air Force. But an American Air Force is, or a Commonwealth or American, Western Allied Air Force in any capacity basically, is not something you can just let go. It's not something you can disrespect like that. You disrespected it, man. Bofors does get caught out by the Martyr 3, but Jagdpanzer 4 now, and finally seeing one of those. Nebelwerfer did survive, actually. So did the ammo, almost more importantly. If the Nebel dies, the ammo is still useful for other units. He's probably running out of ammo, though, to be totally honest. These Nebels have been firing. Like, I will give Steppe credit. He has not stopped firing these things. This should be essentially indestructible, except for that. And it actually bounced the APCR shells. Oh my god, Jagdpanzer 4s. They're so good. This unit is so stupidly good. Takes out the M1 gun, easy peasy. Martyr goes down to the P47. I mean, Steppe's down. That's the thing, too. He has to get flags. Jaapaasa can sit back and defend. Like, he just has to hold on. Always the much easier position to be in. That will strike, almost hits his own Martyr. The pinning is complete. He could just drive forward again. Takes out the Ranger leader. And a good chunk of that rifle's late. That was a beautifully lucky Nebel strike there. Leader getting hit again. I mean, Steppe has made use of the leaders. He's lost like 6. There's the Panzergren coming in. Will it get there in time to surrender? It does. And unloads, and now should be able to bully this rifles out. 1311 steps back in it. Finds the Bofors as well. Martyr's moving forward. Runs into the rifles late first. Here's the M10 trying to save the day. Bofors could have went down, but he fell back and tried to preserve his unit. Jagdpanzer 4 versus M10 now. M10 can't reload while it's fighting, so the APCR is not coming back online, and at max range against the Jagdpanzer 4 really has no chance. M10 goes down. Yeah, again, I feel like Steppe should have been utilizing these way sooner. Martyr goes down. You see, again, Martyr goes down. I mean, it probably... The APCR probably breaks that anyway. Here comes the P-47 again, though. Yeah, and Steppe has no response to this. I mean, does he even have a BF-109? I think he lost one, probably. But they just don't catch these. That's the problem. Even if you scare it off, like, you're not killing it. Neville gets a Ranger kill. Has yet to touch what was probably the real target, which was this M1 gun. Jagdpanzer 4 now in. Is not getting hurt by hill pressure, so that's a plus there. Rhino versus Jagdpanzer 4. Easy win for the Jagdpanzer 4. It just has to land hits. Stug 4's gonna have to push forward. Not the greatest. This is the one range the Rhino might actually have a chance. Flagbat Steppe losing his tick going on there. The Flak 36, the last remaining AA piece, the only place AA cover exists, the P-47 flies into it. Steppe is very lucky. Stops the push up north. Here comes double BF-109. They can't catch him. They're just... And these are... No, they're not like the fastest fighters. They're not slow, but they are not fast. Into the Bofors wave. Might lose a BF-109 here. SteppeKnight not paying attention. And I think he's going to lose one of these. At least one. Maybe two. Steppe, what are you doing, buddy? And now the other one's flying over the other AA piece. Oh, my God. Bro. Oh, that was an awful choice. He was trying to get this P-47. That was so ballsy. Now he has no fighters either. Oh, my goodness. Facepalm. He has, like, nothing in the town. This is a sham. And the second Jaapaasa pokes, he'll discover the sham. Long Tom will take out this leader. Is there any AT here at all? There is a PAC-38, but it's out of position to stop these engineers. As Jaapaasa is soon to discover Steppe's false reality here of strength. Yeah, I think SteppeKnight mightily underutilized his Jagdpanzer 4s. Call these in earlier, and Jaapaasa is forced, like legitimately forced to warp units around killing them, which brings in a lot of points for doing that. And back then he still had AA cover, which means the P-47s are way less scary. Where are these rockets going? Okay, immediately kills the Marauders. It's a good hit. Kills the M10. All right. Nice kills there. Couldn't ask for better. But now Jaapaasa's push up north is developing. Flak's about to get caught out. Is there anything coming? Another Jagdpanzer 4. I bet Stug 4s would have felt better right now in terms of price. Would have got a similar job done. Although the Jagdpanzer 4 definitely superior. Jaapaasa's pretty weak in the town too, truth be told. There ain't much here. Volkdeutsche do catch the engineers out. Big deal there. Jagdpanzer 4 should be able to kill the half-track just fine. Well, I mean, Jaapaasa just has to hold on again. Like, he's still got the lead. And I'm not sure a single tick at this point will do it for SteppeKnight. I think I have an MG34. Yeah, it does. There's a Marauder here still, though. So Jagdpanzer 4 getting a little big for its britches. P-47 cannot get through the single Flak 36. Here comes the Jagdpanzer 4. Jaapaasa perfectly moved this half-track. M10 down, easy. Here comes the Marauders. This Jagdpanzer 4 does not spot it. Panzergren's out of position. Jagdpanzer 4 going for the surrender. Going to be punished for that. Down it goes. Marauder now spotted, but he's going for the second Jagdpanzer 4. It's on the run. It's not far enough. And down it goes. Oh! I think that was SteppeKnight's back breaking just now. Finally gets back to 1311, but now the Volkdeutsche are caught out. I'm not even sure there's any more infantry for SteppeKnight. That Stepp's making a last-dish push. Look, all the ammo trucks. I'm interested to see how many kills these Nebels actually got. Because Nebels are different than Arty. Like, they're not really meant for suppression. Like, Arty can suppress for a long time and kind of push units out of position for a long period of time. Nebels don't do that. They fire burst. Units might have to move temporarily, but they can move back to their positions pretty quickly. So it's not the same thing. And their uses as a off-map is limited because they just don't have a very big ring. So it's not like they're like locking down tons of area with an off-map-esque effect. What they are good at is actually killing stuff. Like, Nebels actually kill units, unlike Arty a lot of times, which, while it does kill units, it takes time and a fair amount of luck to really make it happen. The Nebels, though, can be used and actually, like, successfully kill things somewhat consistently. So, total waste here. Going after the Bofors for, I don't know why, honestly. Like, usually, sure, killing A is great, but at this point, what's he calling in? He lost his Ju-88, he lost both his fighters. His Ju-87, I guess, would be useful still. But he doesn't really have a problem killing armor. It's the air infantry still hanging out all over the place. Panzer 3 Commander, a unit we don't often see. Oh, that's a slick camo on those. And SteppeKnight finally throws in the towel. 48 minutes and 48 seconds here. 4,265, 4,220. I mean, it was neck and neck. It really didn't feel like a massive disparity in kills because neither player was like sitting on tons of units or anything. I will say I think Jaapaasa had more units still on the board, so I think he probably did based on the units that actually fought, I think he out-traded. Jaapaasa ended up in the north just kind of sitting units around for a long time. But look at the P-47. It's like so much value. So much value. And the number of like pushes and stuff that they stopped. Let's see here. Martyrs, this Martyr 3 did all right. Nebel, okay, this 150 did a lot of damage. Like, yeah, I mean, that was very good. This 300, okay. It's mostly infantry, though. Not anything, like, huge value. This one, very good as well. So, like, the Nebels were 100% worth it. They actually probably did the majority of the work here. Stug 4, it's Pack 38. Wow, okay. These Martyrs at the end here pulling good. But even the Yak Force, for the little time they were out, did a lot of damage. Like, I definitely think some deck building question marks for me for SteppeKnight there. And perhaps some missequencing in terms of calling those things in. Jaapaasa, solid job overall. Did pick some bad fights with his armor and stuff, letting them get bullied around by tanks and things. But if you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe, consider checking out that YouTube membership. Really does help me out. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic day.